Tony D and Little Joan with Screenwriter's Rant on Treasure, starring Stephen Fry and Lena Dunham as a father-daughter who are, I guess they're Polish, and they go back to Warsaw in 1991, takes place in 1991, to visit the father's, where he grew up, and he is dealing with what happened in the big war. The bad guys from Germany. Smash a like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 14 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Now, in terms of the casting, I think this is a pretty spot-on team. Stephen Fry's accent seems right on the money. Lena is, she's a journalist, which is an odd choice for the character, but sure. Back in '91, maybe there were a handful of journalists still doing journalism. But that all being said, Stephen Fry is not a Polish national. So, yeah, remember, I always come back to this, woke ideal that they pushed, which is, you have to be the thing you are in order to play the character. Now, I don't prescribe to that. I think it's fine that Stephen Fry is playing a Polish immigrant. But, just pointing that out. So, I gotta say, they both have pretty good takes. Stephen Fry is on point as the dad. Lena Dunham is here. She's a bit neurotic. She's in an elevator. They're laughing about something in, I'm going to assume Polish, and that she can't understand it, and it frustrates her. This is an appropriate role for her. She's not trying to be anything she's not, I'll say. She's heavy set, but it works because she feels like a real person. She feels like an actual person in this. Just an average schmo kind of person. Only in theaters this June. So, the plot of the film, Act 1 is she wants to take the dad to Warsaw. I don't know where they live now. Maybe the States. Maybe England. And they're going to see where he grew up. And her mother is already passed. And the father clearly doesn't want to see all this and relive it because it was a nightmare. And he's not dealing with it well. And he kind of avoids stuff at first. Eventually they get to his house, only to find that some of the items in the house, there's another family living there, are from when he lived there. A teapot and a tea set belonged to his mother. And Fry is just sort of triggered by that and storms out. And then Lena is like, we got to get that. So I suspect she goes back and bribes them or argues with them, or and then tries to get it back, or maybe she gets arrested, or maybe she breaks in and steals it. I don't know. But it's another one of these dramas that is sort of the fallout of the big war. I don't know what I could say on YouTube anymore. Sorry. And the movie's called Treasure. I assume his daughter's the treasure, right? His daughter saved him and his mother. And there's flashbacks of them and the mother looking happy. So I think it'll be a decent flick. A decent sort of family drama with some comedic moments. It looks well done. I mean, Stephen Fry is definitely good for this. His accent is really, really good. And Lena is just average Joe Schmo. And it works. It works. Her look is perfect for this. It gives you, if you had gotten an actress, and I'm not trying to knock Lena. I know she's got some political views I probably wouldn't agree with, and she said some outrageous things, but she's not doing that here. Here she's just trying to play a normal person, and she comes off as normal. And partly it's her look. If they had gotten like Megan Fox to play this role, you'd be like, come on. And her acting seems to be pretty good for this. So is her comic timing. I'm happy to say. So this is a good role. This is all good. I don't think it's going to be a laugh out loud comedy, but I think in the end they come to terms with, some stuff. So here's the write up. An American journalist, Ruth, who travels to Poland with her father, Edek, to visit his childhood places. But Edek, a Holocaust survivor, resists reliving his trauma and sabotages the trip, creating unintentional funny situations. Yeah, it looks good. It's a nice low-budget flick. It doesn't require much other than the travel to Poland. It looks like it's shot on location. And, yeah, I would say it. Sure. I think it'll be a cute kind of comedy, inoffensive for the most part, and a bit dramatic, but not overly dramatic. They're not over dramatizing it. In the end, Stephen Fry's character comes to terms with his loss, probably cries, and then thanks his daughter for helping him through a tough time. There he is with the mother. Maybe the mother's the treasure. So it's kind of like a good dynamic because, it's like the adult kid being driven crazy by the parents. And who can't relate to that? So would I see it? Yeah, I probably would see it. It's actually probably a pretty good date movie. So only in theaters in June. Because it'll probably have a nice positive ending, and it's about, it's not about current day anything, and yet it kind of hinges on some amount of history, before we all became mad at each other in the States. So yeah, sure, why not? Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D. and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. If you can find a more bass take, I say, take it. I will be at the Medford Historical Society's Country Day on Saturday from 12 to 4. And don't forget, I will be on Channel 17's Weekend Filler on Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 5 p.m. Hope to see you there. We'll see you tomorrow.